Hey, what is up, investors? Jason here. So in this video, I want to talk to you guys about cryptocurrencies, but mostly Bitcoin. Now, I make these videos all the time for the people that have never seen me before. I talk about Bitcoin, the cryptocurrencies, blockchain mining, stocks, etc. at least twice a week. I keep everybody in the loop. Now, what I want to do in this video is I want to talk about all the bullish signals that are going on with Bitcoin at this moment. Now, in my opinion, Bitcoin isn't a matter of is it still going to go to $100,000, but more so of when is Bitcoin going to $100,000. So I'm not going to have that answer, obviously, of when is it going to $100,000, but it is clear that we're currently in a massive crypto bull run again. I've talked about that a while ago when I said, hey, it's not looking like that we're going to be going into a bull run. We are in a bull run. I said it just a couple weeks ago in one of my videos when there was still a lot of negative news out about Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. And I kind of was one of the first people here on YouTube to say, hey, no, this is the direction we're headed right now. And this is kind of the way that I've been talking, been very positive in what's going on at this moment. Now, as you guys know, I've been very bullish about EV stocks for years here. I've been bullish about cryptocurrencies here for a while. And I try to pick up on these trends that are going on. And if it's something that I think that is a really big possibility, then I'm going to really be running with it. Now, at this moment, I really see that cryptocurrencies are a trend that is going to really run. And this is an area where I really think that there is a whole lot of money to be gained. And I know that a lot of people have been making money in cryptocurrency, so especially with Bitcoin and Ethereum at this moment. So I want to kind of just go over what we're seeing in this entire space, talk about what we're seeing with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Dogecoin even, because you know I like Dogecoin, and just kind of give more of my opinion though on what Bitcoin has done recently in the past and what Bitcoin currently is doing right now. You know, what do I see it doing, and kind of just going off of, do I think that this run is going to continue going up? Because, like I'm saying, I really do think that we're going to see Bitcoin go back to a price above $50,000 at some point. And I really do think that it is possible to see Bitcoin going to $100,000 here, probably in the not too distant future. So, as we get to it, if you guys don't mind, please do me a huge favor. Please be sure to smash, destroy, annihilate, or just gently press that like button. Helps me a lot with the YouTube algorithm, helps spread these videos to more people that might find it interesting, and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you are interested in being a Patreon and helping support this channel even more, I'm trying to be very Patreon driven here. I do have one. The link is in the description, and I have a private Discord available to all the Patreons, and I do hang out on that Discord if you guys were to message. So anyways, now let's get to it. Now, at the time I'm making this video, there is a lot of green in the entire crypto space at this moment. Now, looking at the price of Bitcoin, what we can see is that Bitcoin has been trending up very well. Currently, Bitcoin is above $44,000 at the time I'm making this, and we have Ethereum above $3,000. So everything is looking really nice in this entire space here. We also have the other ones moving along really well. Also, we have Dogecoin around 25 cents at this moment, and we have Cardano at about $1.45. Now, for people that are new to my channel, I show the other cryptocurrencies, but I only follow these four in particular, as these are the ones that I'm invested into, the ones that I'm more bullish on, and primarily I focus a lot more on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, to bring it back to Bitcoin and kind of just go over things that I've been talking about, where I've been saying that if Bitcoin is to go below $30,000, what we would see is that it was very unstable and it would go back up, which is what we saw it do multiple times over the last 3 months. And then I also said that Bitcoin was very comfortable around the price of $33,000, $34,000, which is what we saw it do. And then I said that if it is to go above $37,000, $38,000, it is very unstable. It could go to $40,000, but it's not going to sustain at a price like that. It's going to want to start resisting. It needs to break above a price of $42,000 to really show that it could really start taking off again, which is what we saw recently. We saw it go above $42,000, and then we saw it go down to the next resistance line, and then we saw it start trending back up again. Now that Bitcoin has passed the $44,000 mark, we are now seeing this bull run show a lot greater signs now that it could possibly continue, or if it's a drop, it could possibly drop at the new resistance line that is set at $42,000. Hopefully, that could be the possibilities here. But I mean, anything can happen. There could be bad news that can quickly drop the price of Bitcoin. But this is what we're seeing. Now, if I'm going to pull back here and kind of just throw all this into previous history, what we can see is that we can see the previous resistance that it had. Back in December, January, where if Bitcoin was to drop below $30,000, it would quickly pull its way back up. We also had the more stable that it got to when it had its big bull run, that it was more stable around the price of $33,000, $34,000. And if it was to go above the price of $37,000, $38,000, it would, if it wasn't able to go above the price of $42,000, it would start dropping. Now, when Bitcoin did break above $42,000 back in February, then it really went on its big run. It set new thresholds, it set new resistance points, and it just continued until it wasn't stable anymore. Now, keep in mind, just because Bitcoin did one thing in the past doesn't mean that it's going to repeat itself and it's going to get to prices that it was before. We're just seeing a lot of similarities. We're seeing a lot of similar buying activity right now that is very similar to its previous big bull run that it had. So at this point, anything is possible, but I'm really liking this bull run. Now, more than likely right now, what we're seeing is we're just starting this bull run, and other experts have said the same thing. Now, looking at this article here that was published on News BTC, to just kind of pinpoint this part, the exchange reserve volume continues to plummet. Outflows from exchanges to personal wallets for safekeeping continue to be on the rise. Bitcoin exchange reserve volumes have seen decreasing numbers following the price crash from the all-time high, and the number has continued to go down. More coins leaving the exchanges than coming in show that there is currently no selling pressure. Thus, accumulation is the order of the day as investors try to get their hands on as many coins as they can. So a lot of people just buying Bitcoin right now just for the purpose of holding it. And we're also seeing that go on with these trusts that are holding a lot of Bitcoin that institutions like ARK Invest have as well. And we're also seeing these top exchanges continue to see large volumes of Bitcoin leaving their exchanges on the daily. Centralized exchanges like Binance and Coinbase have seen the highest number of Bitcoin moved out of their exchanges. So now that is a very big piece of information right there, saying that we're seeing even more Bitcoin leaving these exchanges than we did previously before. So this is just a sign that this run might be bigger than it was in the past. And this is something that we really need to be watching right now. Now, the main driving point here that we really need to be paying attention to as well is the fact that Bitcoin is starting to be considered a currency. We know what's going on with El Salvador. I recently talked about how Spain is looking to use the blockchain for banking, to allow it for home loans and stuff like that. Now, as we look even more into this, we also know that more countries are also talking about accepting Bitcoin as an actual legal tender. Bitcoin continues to see favorable outlooks despite the price taking hits in the market. Following El Salvador's lead as they make Bitcoin a legal tender, Uruguay recently proposed a bill to also make the cryptocurrency legal tender in the country. Mega banks JP Morgan and Wells Fargo have both announced that their high net worth clients would have access to investment options that would provide them exposure to the crypto market, hopefully leading to the opening of these investment options to the rest of the general public. So with all the signals that I'm seeing right now, it looks like that there's so many catalysts for Bitcoin at the moment to continue a bull run and to continue possibly going to prices that were at where it was at previously or above that, but of course, no certainty. But I think that the possibilities of Bitcoin going to a price of above $100,000 has a lot of potential here in the future, especially possibly even in the not too distant future. At all the catalysts that we're looking at, there's too many possibilities right now to say that Bitcoin is going to be going anywhere. We know that Bitcoin is here to stay, and we know that this could just possibly be the beginning, or especially with cryptocurrencies in general. I think that we're going to be basing a lot more off of cryptocurrencies from here on, and I think the blockchain itself is going to be something that is going to continue to develop and turn into something much larger than probably we can even really expect right now. So with all this being said, I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions of Bitcoin. Where do you see the price going? And do you guys want to hear me talk about other cryptocurrencies more so as well? I would like to go into a more in-depth video of Cardano if anybody is up to seeing that. So with that being said, please like, share, comment, subscribe. New videos coming out on my channel all the time. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all in the next video coming very soon.